Hello, good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning. This starts. All right, good morning, good morning. All right, so as you may know, yesterday's message was a balance of warning and grace. I would say grace and hope. So that one threw me off just a little bit because we haven't gone to that topic of HE double hockey stick in a little bit. But again, it's not to impose fear, right? Unless there needs to be fear, but more so just to bring, I guess, awareness and to let the Lord say whatever He has to say. Of course, I have my own ideas of what I would like to talk about in the future, and sometimes the Lord agrees and lets me expound upon a certain topic, and then sometimes He says just matter of fact what He needs to say because it's directed for a certain audience. So again, we try to depersonalize as much as we can and try to just look at a good broad perspective as always. It's always the better thing to do in these situations. So let's go ahead and see what today has in store for us. We have started our regular schedules, those of us who are working, and we're getting back into the groove of things. So let's just take these few minutes here and set the tone, if you will. All right, in the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful. All right. Okay, light and sound. Oh, okay. So again, just kind of an eerie theme. I guess we've been going back and forth from what this is saying. Okay, so this is from Surah Al-Qamar, Surah 54, which means the moon. And if I'm being quite honest, we haven't read so much from Surah 54. Could be mistaken. But now that we're doing the actual Surah names, it's going to be easier to keep track and to remember. And I do have a bunch of cardboard boxes lying around at this time. So if you hear the rumbles, you know what that is. The cats, the children, going a little crazy. Had just gotten them inside. Okay, so this line here, Surah 54 from Al-Qamar, the moon, it's line 25 and line 26. My thumb was right in between those two. Really, it's going off of the messenger's rejection. And it seems like we go through these cycles quite frequently, at least once a month, I would say we get these cycles of rejection. And I had mentioned the floodgates will open, right? Any questions, right? Any, what am I trying to say? Any reservations, let those come through. Although we're not really getting any questions. Let's see. Yeah, I guess this is a question. Sorry, line 25 and 26, I'll just read it out. I said any questions, any reservations, and I guess this is exactly what this is here. A question of disbelief. Can you imagine? Okay, so line 25, is it that the message is sent to him of all people among us? Question mark. Nay, he is a liar, an insolent one. Ah, they will know on the morrow which is the liar, the insolent one. Okay, so this is the people of the Talmud and the warners, right? The prophets, the warners that are coming to them. And they're saying, oh, they will know on the morrow. So they're sending a sign. And what that sign is, it's going to be the she-camel. So if you want to look into the she-camel story in Islam, go for it. I'm not super keen on exactly the symbolism or the most literal meaning of the she-camel. What exactly, I think it literally just was a female camel. Some kind of sign in relation to her. And It does say on the morrow, so tomorrow they will know. Okay. All right. So oftentimes, right, it's not necessary for us to produce signs, but if something is pecking at you and if you're compelled and if it's easy for you to go ahead and portray the message, then the sign will follow, sometimes within your knowledge and sometimes without. Sent him. So they're doubting the messenger. Is this him of the people among us? So the people are in disbelief that, oh, the messenger is one of us, right? We've known his past. We've known his insolence. You know, that's not it. Exactly what they're saying. Can't be him. Okay. So, all the people among us. And I guess we've carried this out since last week. But you guys, let me tell you, it's a new month. The best month, okay? The month of new beginnings. The month of change as well, okay? September, we enter the fall season. It's the month of change. Harvest as well, you know. It's very much a good month, if you don't mind me saying, among us. All the people among us. So change, I would say, is coming. It is coming. And as far as me giving you prophetic, like, oh, this is the sign, I've said things before, but I catch them way after. And then the Lord will reveal to me, oh, remember you said this and this happened? And I'll be like, oh yeah, interesting. You know, and I try not to toot my own horn on certain things so much, because it's very much a personal experience to be able to have it brought to light. The insolent one. Insolent one. Exclamation point. Okay. And it always helps to read a little bit of context with these. But I did give you the background, right? The people of Talmud rejecting their warners. For they said, what a man, a solitary one from among ourselves. Shall we follow such a tone? Truly, should we then be straying in mind and mad? Right? How crazy. How crazy. Not interested in partaking. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so I can't give you details and details about this, to be quite honest. Now my task is just thinking of a title. But the lines are there. The message is clear. Okay? They will know on the morrow, which is the liar, the insolent one. It's a little bit ominous. Just a tad. Okay. Alright. I'm just going to put that as the title. A tad ominous. Maybe ominous is not the right word. Doomy, that's kind of cute. Because I really, let's see. A tad, I guess we'll put ominous, that's fine. It's fine. I think it's a little bit better than doomy. Okay, a tad ominous. I'm just going to let you sit with this one. I'm going to let you sit with this one. I may come on and do a little bit more. We have a few just a little bit of tribes we need to cover. Coming up, we have the tribe of Issachar, Benjamin, Naphtali, Manasseh, Ephraim, and Asher. Those are the remaining tribes of Jacob. Manasseh being of Joseph, right? So Joseph was Jacob's son. Then he had the two out of Egypt, Manasseh, and was it Ephraim as well? Sounds familiar. We'll have to dive into it a little bit later. When I have a little bit more time, we'll just cover those very briefly, very short, just a few lines from each, and then we'll pretty much be done with the genealogy. Actually, we're going to read about Saul the Benjamite, remembering that King Saul came from the line of Benjamin. And since we covered the genealogy of Benjamin, or we will be covering it, we might not go too deep, but that will mark the end of our genealogy. Yeah, I have to spend some time with it just to make sure no gaps are present and such. But very, very interesting thus far, I would say. I'm learning a lot. Really getting to know the characters of the Bible, the individuals that were present during different times, and really just their character, right? Literally their character, their moral compass. It's going to help us later on when we really take a broad look and a broad perspective at everything. Again, and it's interesting because this is the history of the world. The truth. Okay? Alright, well, God bless you guys. Thank you for listening. I will talk to you again very, very soon. Have a good Tuesday. Enjoy yourselves. Bye-bye.